What up, guys? Coming to you this morning with the what's next on Deontay Wilder. Even though most of you guys should already know, he is facing Tyson Fury next. But we'll get into that. He main evented the Fox pay-per-view card on Saturday, November 23rd, when he fought Luis Ortiz in a rematch and knocked him out again. This time, leaving no doubt who the better man was. 7th round knockout. He was losing on the cards, but Wilder calls it. All it takes is one. And he did it again. So, now, the big question has already been answered. What's next for Deontay Wilder? Well, it's already locked in stone. He already had the deal in place, obviously. And he is facing Tyson Fury on Saturday, February 22nd in a much anticipated rematch. Now, I guess what we can do is we'll run through the top 10 in case for some reason, Tyson Fury were to get injured in training or this fight were to fall through for whatever reason. The question, we'll run through the top 10 and see what could be next for him, or possibly even after the Tyson Fury fight. I'll kind of discuss both of those. Since Deontay Wilder's a big name, you guys are going to want to know what he could possibly be doing after Fury. So let's get into that. Let's start with, I currently have Wilder at number 1, so he's fighting the number 2 Tyson Fury next. We know that for sure. Tyson Fury on February 22nd. Next up is number 3 unified champ Andy Ruiz Jr. Well, Andy Ruiz is competing against Anthony Joshua in a rematch this Saturday on December 7th. Winner of that's going to be the unified champ. I don't see this fight happening here or probably even in the middle of the year, because Andy Ruiz in the first half of 2020, if he were to beat Joshua, is likely going to have to make one of 2 mandatory defenses. So, yeah, I don't see him and Deontay locking horns anytime soon or next. Number 4 is Anthony Joshua, another one. If Joshua, I think he's going to beat Andy Ruiz in a rematch, but I don't see him and Deontay getting together in the first half of 2020 at all. Even if Wilder goes and beats Fury, I don't see that fight happening. Anthony Joshua's got mandatories due. So I just don't see that taking place in the first half of 2020. Number 5 is Luis Ortiz. Deontay has beaten him twice already. He would not fight him a 3rd time and take that risk again. He's already knocked him out twice. He's got nothing else to prove, and taking that risk wouldn't make any sense. Number 6 is undefeated, former undisputed cruiserweight champ Alexander Usyk. Yeah, this fight's just not on the table. Deontay's got better options going on. Usyk is trying to fill out the division and trying to get in line for Anthony Joshua or Andy Ruiz for a heavyweight title or a vacant world title. So right now, just not in the cards. Number 7 is Dillian Whyte. If Dillian Whyte were to get cleared and the Fury fight fell through, I absolutely think Wilder and Whyte would fight each other, because Dillian Whyte is trying to get cleared for drug usage charges, relating to his last fight against Oscar Rivas. If he gets cleared in the United Kingdom, the WBC will reinstate him as the WBC interim champion, and this fight could definitely happen next. Now, it might not be Fury's it might not be Wilder's next fight, but it could be Whyte's next fight, because Whyte's fighting in December, actually this weekend. He's taking on Mariusz Wach just in a stay busy fight. After that, Deontay could be next. Or it's supposed to be, if Whyte gets cleared of the charges, he's supposed to fight the winner of Wilder and Fury too. So this definitely could be the next fight after. And, it could be if he gets cleared, if Whyte gets cleared of the charges. So we'll see. He was number 7. Number 8 is former WBO champ Joseph Parker. Another fight I wouldn't completely rule out, because Parker is the guy that beat Andy Ruiz. And I really think that Wilder would give Parker a chance to prove, hey, I'm going to knock the guy out that beat you. So if Ruiz were to stay champ, I think this would really be an intriguing fight for Wilder after Fury, if he were to beat Fury for later on in the year. So I wouldn't be surprised. And then number 9 is Alexander Povetkin. Wilder, if he wanted to stay busy after the Fury fight and Povetkin was there, I wouldn't completely rule it out. They almost fought a couple years ago, but it really wouldn't make sense. Joshua already has knocked out Povetkin. I don't think Wilder would want to take a chance here, especially knowing he'd probably knock this guy out. And then number 10 is Kubrat Pulev. This fight, not a chance, because Pulev's going to be fighting for the vacant or for the IBF title, whether it's against Anthony Joshua or whether it's for the vacant title or even against Andy Ruiz next. That's going to take up his first half of the year. So Wilder, even if he beats Fury, Pulev's not going to be available. And that's pretty much it. But it's very rare that we know what's next this quick. I do my what's next about a week to a week and a half after the guys have main evented fights. Obviously, Wilder already had the fight with Fury in the bag, and they're coming back pretty quick. In less than 3 months' time, Wilder's going to be facing Tyson Fury in a rematch, and that just makes it better for boxing. So, it's very, like I said, very rare though that we get a what's next like this. So these are kind of just possible options if the fight with Fury were to fall through, or even possible after the fight with Fury. So that's a little bit different of a what's next here, but that's what's next for Deontay Wilder, the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion. Hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.